I thought our guys did a really good job sharing the basketball today. Something that we talked about coming out of the Tulsa game. Thought we were sound defensively. We got better at blocking out tonight. Had still 12 is too many offensive rebounds. We didn't value the basketball like we needed to tonight, but Northwestern's a good pressure team. Mike does an excellent job. He has for a long time. That's a good basketball team.
You talk about the run in the second half. It seemed like you guys, when they turned the pressure up on you in the first half, you go on a 10-2 run. They turned the pressure up and they closed the gap a little bit. It seems like in the second half, you guys handled that a little bit better. There was that 8-0 run with the press on. Can you just talk a little about what was behind that?
Well, I mean, that's what they do to you. They want to speed the game up. They play off the turnovers. They've got good length. They've got good athleticism. And you've got to value the ball when you play a Mike McConaughey team. And that's something that those runs that you're talking about were fed by turnovers.
In the second half, you guys seemed to handle it well, that 8-0.
No, I was proud of our guys in the way they handled adverse situations tonight. I thought we did a good job. We weren't perfect. You're not going to be perfect at this time of year when you've got so many new guys. And we're still growing and maturing each and every time we come to the floor, and I'm proud of our guys.
What was the difference tonight, in terms of the shots going down? I know that when I looked over, I asked them.
We shared the basketball better tonight. That's it. I mean, we missed some open guys at Tulsa. We watched tape yesterday, and I thought our guys were very good about passing to the open man.
Do you think some of the young guys today were a little bit more assertive in taking their shots? I saw a lot and having 2 big threes out of the locker room.
I thought our shot selection was better, and I think it's all contingent off of us finding the open man. I mean, I think there's a direct correlation between 49% field goal percentage versus 27% field goal percentage. Passing to the open man. And timing's everything, and we're still in the process of getting to know each other, with so many new guys.
With the free throw situation, I mean, that seems to be, you can talk about the terms, but +9 at the foul line, it was 30 the other night.
Well,
is that just a product of them getting,
but also, Matt, it's a product of us having so many new guys. You asked a question earlier about Mike and Will getting in foul trouble. It's their feet. I mean, you've got to play with your feet defensively. You can't play so much with your hands, leaning on guys. We're not getting toward the ball. We had several fouls just from lack of footwork, and that's where those young guys will continue to get better.
Did it change anything you were trying to do with Will and Mike getting those forward?
Yeah, in the last 5 minutes, you saw us trying to go offense, defense as much as we could. But you want those guys to stay available, and those guys are solid offensive players for us. Will's a good free throw shooter. We want him out there. That we don't want to put him in a compromising position on the defensive end where we're losing too early. I thought our guys did a good job when DeAndre picked up his third foul. We had some guys step up. We left DeAndre on the bench for quite a while. And I thought Chuck and Eric were very sound. I thought Ben Dillard played a good game.
When you look at the rebound, too, it seems like the guys tonight did a lot better job with the guards going crashing. I know Chuck seemed to be a man alone out there.
And that's right, man. Our guys did a better job of blocking out. We're not a big physical team. We need added strength and weight, and we'll get that over time. So right now we've got to rely on blockouts. And we had a couple there late. We missed a blockout in front of their bench that resulted in a made 3 that tightened the game a little bit toward the end. But that's something that we'll continue to get better at.
With this group, you mentioned that it takes some time to develop some chemistry. So when you only have a day in between games, do you just spend that time being technical, or do you just sort of say, let's just get in the gym and run through things and just see if we can't just develop that?
What we did, we focused on our Tulsa game yesterday. We came back, we watched clips of lack of finding the open man, of lack of blockouts. Those 2 things primarily. And that's why I'm pleased with this, because this is a good group of guys. I mean, I like this team. I've said this for a long time, and they're very receptive to coaching, and I think that showed today with our improvement from Friday night. In a quick turnaround situation, you've got to turn the page. You've got to go to that next game. And I told our guys when we got here for practice yesterday, I said, we can't come in here and be flat and be feeling sorry for ourselves. That's a good thing about basketball as opposed to football when you think about it. In football, you can have a day where you can droop around a little bit. You can't in basketball. You got to turn it.
Did you feel good about the start too? That 10-2 run. Honestly.
I did. I thought our guys brought energy. I thought we had a lot of enthusiasm yesterday in practice. I thought we had a good shoot around this morning. And that's a credit to our senior leaders. That's a credit to DeAndre. It's a credit to Courtney and those captains.
It can be tough facing a team like that, especially one that wants to press you and trap you on a short turnaround where maybe you have to go through some things that maybe in terms of press, trap, break, and all things that just a stylistic overhaul on a day. How much
in that you think about with new guys, that's the biggest concern. When you've got guys that haven't faced that and they don't realize the intensity that they're going to face. I mean, Mosley's a good player. He's a great rebounder. I don't know, when you look at, I mean, that's a guy who averaged 10 rebounds a game a year ago, and he had 4 rebounds tonight.
I was going to ask how you feel about how you guys did with him. He picked up 2, and he pretty much sat the rest of the half. I mean, did that? And obviously, that's got to have a huge impact in terms of what they can do offensively.
It's hard to rebound from the bench. we needed him over there. He's a great player. He's a really good rebounder.
When you look at how the scoring spread out versus the first game, how is that what it takes for you guys to be successful?
I think it all goes back to us finding the open man. And I thought our guys did a very good job of that. You think about 16 assists as opposed to what we had the other night? 6.
Yeah. 5 or 6.
I mean, yes, there's a direct correlation between field goal percentage, assists, finding the open man, and I wish I could come up here and say there was something real fancy about it, a highly technical, strategic plan that we implemented in 2 days, but we're not reinventing the wheel.
So if you're not going to reinvent the wheel, what do you do now? It's the opposite situation. You've got a team, you get a day break, and then you got Indiana, Purdue University in here. How do you sort of flip the wheel? What do you sort of do?
They're a great team. I mean, they won 19 games a year ago. They've got an NBA prospect that'll be in here 6'7", kid who can really play. And Robert Lee's been watching them. It's his scout, and we'll meet tonight, and we'll get ready to meet with our guys tomorrow afternoon.
Very, very cool.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.